So this one is interesting because this story, I think, if it blows up pretty big, is gonna knock the socks off of Netflix's stock, because this could take a huge dive. So Netflix has a couple of years ago toyed with the concept of putting advertisements in their content, right? What more or less treating it like how HBO does it, right? Advertising Netflix original content in front of or at the end of movies or television shows, right? A little 30-second advert going like, hey, did you know that we also have this movie starring this person that was released today? You should watch it. Now, I'm actually relatively okay with that, provided it's at the beginning or the end and it doesn't impede the immediate viewing experience. But a lot of people don't want that. They pay for Netflix to get away from commercials. And says here that there's a new report that says Netflix would lose 57% of their subscribers if they added commercials. 57% of subscribers if they added commercials. That's a lot. That's not everywhere. It's predominantly in the UK, but still, that should be enough to kind of scare them, don't you think? Now it says here, Netflix has several major advantages over traditional cable channels, including a buttload of capital to spend on endless spray of original programming and the ability to watch all of its programming at any time from a number of devices, phone, laptop, television, watch. It's possible that its single biggest advantage is one that often gets overlooked. Netflix has no commercials. No. That doesn't get overlooked. Trust me. That does not get overlooked. Not one damn bit. What's really funny about that, though, is when you look at a show like, let's say, The Punisher or Daredevil or whatnot, they still create those shows in the format of a 44-minute episode. Weird, right? That those hour-long shows oftentimes play into the same stereotype in regards to length as their network television or cable television counterparts. Now, it goes on to say here that a new study by the marketing firm Audience Project says that if Netflix ever added commercials, they should expect to see a massive drop in subscribers, at least in the United Kingdom, where the survey was based, saying the majority of UK customers would stop watching Netflix if the commercials were introduced, and even lowering subscriptions would cause a significant drop of 42%, according to new research. So what does that really mean? Well, basically they're saying like, hey, listen, if you introduce commercials in the UK, you're going to drop 57% of your customer base here in the UK. And it would happen in the United States too. They raised their prices last week, and their lower tier prices got raised up, and they've already seen a lot of cancellations based upon that $1 a month. Now, Netflix ultimately, I don't want to say doesn't care, because it feels like they're just not whatever with it. But at the same time, it kind of feels like they're like, whatever with it. That's, a significant thing. If more and more people drop off because they just don't feel that the value of content is there, then it's just not going to be worth their while. And as we get closer to Disney Plus coming out with a more competitive price rate, Hulu's got a more competitive price rate, but that's for television. I mean, Amazon Instant, there's a lot of competition in the marketplace. So raising your prices, yes, to facilitate a $15 billion payout in regards to financing content, it can have some issues. Now, the 42%, though, that's interesting, where you would still lose over 1/3, almost 1/2 of your audience, if you were to enter commercials and then lower the subscription cost. Now, that's a bit more of a pain threshold, I think, here in the United States, we would be willing to deal with. I think more people would be willing to be okay with that if they lowered the rate. We kind of, we're gluttons for punishment here in regards to advertising. Wink, wink. So, you may want to do that. Anyway, so what you've got is you got that. Now, the guy says here that, and this is a personal thing, but I like what he says. He says that I've noticed the impact of no commercials on Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, and other streaming services on my young children, who have no concept of television outside these apps and therefore have basically never seen ads in their entire lives. On the rare occasion when they have to watch commercials, if we're visiting family and they put their cable television to Nickelodeon or something, they're totally baffled. Why did PJ Masks stop? It's pretty wild. As a result of this sort of study, I would certainly be surprised if Netflix suddenly decided to add commercials. Nobody wants to lose 57% of their customers, plus his kids would be outraged. And not just his kids. Not just his kids. A lot of people would be outraged. And it makes absolute sense that a lot of people would be outraged. Because when you look at this particular situation, you don't want commercials on there. I guarantee you those watching right now, you don't want commercials. You know, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. No. You've shown me Valhalla, man. You've shown me Mecca. You've shown me Paradise with no commercials. All right? Like, don't turn into YouTube and put ads on everything that I have to sit there and watch to support my favorite creator. Wink, wink. It's very much like you get used to it. Same with Hulu. I pay the extra for Hulu for no commercials. I pay for YouTube Premium. So then, you know, for no commercials. People will pay for no commercials. Talking about adding in commercials. No, Netflix. That's a bad move, and one that would cost you dearly. So I have a feeling that's never actually going to happen, but at the same time, it'd be very interesting to see what the response would be if they came out and they actually even remotely suggested it. Hey, thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to get more up-to-date movie news and information, as well as breakdowns of trailers and other types of stuff, be sure to watch the other videos, click subscribe, and check back daily for more content from me. Again, my name is Matt Jarbo. This has been $3 Theater. Have yourself a great day, guys, and peace out.